Bashar Belal with Khamsa. 5. Grew up in Dubai. I'm Palestinian Jordanian. My father, definitely. How he was and how he is now is very inspiring for me. And he's definitely my hero. These two are from Milan because I spent 2 years and they're like identical. Bashar Belal photography. It was like this big. I took my turn to interior design. One of my favorite games was as well Sims. People saw what my eyes see in certain things. So Khamsa. Test. Is it working? 1 2 3 4 5. Oh, my jewelry. It's a long story, man. There's a lot. I lost count. Can you see the watch? It depends on the mood. Again, I'm very moody. I could wake up one day and I'll listen to Future. Next day is like Andrea Bocelli. What would your creative work taste like? I grew up in Dubai all my life. I was born in Jordan though. Came here when I was 1 year. And yeah, I grew up here all my life. And I grew up from a middle-ranged family. And I feel like red was, I don't know, gives me like always on edge, literally. My father is very hardworking and yeah, I felt like I was always, we could be there and we could not be there. I grew up with the idea of I have to be an engineer or a doctor, if that makes sense. And yeah, so I just grew up with that. I had another dream of being a football player, but yeah, I gained weight at a certain point after an injury and it didn't happen. I just quit professional football and that's it. But I think engineer and a doctor was like on my mind growing up until I literally went to university and I actually signed up for civil engineering for a year and I quit because I did not see myself there. I was very limited creatively and that's when I took my turn to interior design and did my bachelor's and master's. So yeah, it's still close to what my parents wanted. I remember it was very dramatic for my mom though. When I quit engineering, she literally cried and my dad had to literally like, it's okay, he doesn't see himself there, let him try this. Definitely, especially honestly when it comes to interior and architecture. I remember my cousins when I was a kid were all as well interiors and architects and I used to sit beside them working on the laptop and building their homes. And I was like, I want to do that. Like I want to build my house. One of my favorite games was as well Sims. I used to play Sims a lot and build my house. Literally build the house and then just start over and build another house. Definitely, I used to try to always paint and color. I was very neat as well. When I was in like school, I used to literally write my notes in 3 different colors. So the question in black, the answer in blue. Then the teacher would like write her remarks in red. I don't know why, I was like always very organized and neat, literally. But yeah, I feel like I was always creative. I just didn't know about it until I went to civil engineering and quit. We took photography classes in interior design and yeah, it's super structural, I think it's super interesting. I would want to teach though creative process. I like the creative process and then there's another cool subject called CMF. I fell in love with that in Milan, honestly, and it's colors, materials and finishing. I feel like I could study that further and teach it as well because it's like all about aesthetics, materials of things, the finishings, and yeah, benefiting the younger generation. I feel like I have something to give them and why not? Interesting. Honestly, I don't know, I had a good eye, I guess. I remember my uncle in Jordan used to do photography and it was just a hobby for him. I don't think he was good at it as well. But he loved it and he had a camera and I used to go to Jordan in summer and literally play around with the camera. And yeah, until one day I literally got Dubai Festival City Days. I bought a camera and literally would go out with my friends and shoot them portraits. and literally have my logo down there, like bigger than the picture. It's like Bashar Belal photography. It's like this big. I don't know, it grew from there. Literally took pictures of plants, etc. And until now, it's a hobby, honestly. My paid photography campaigns and work is very limited compared to the rest. But I like it. I like to do it when I'm in control, when I have the creative freedom, and it just reflects what I see. There's a saying that I heard and I was like, and it's like, I wish people saw what my eyes see in certain things. Yeah, but photography has been just a stress relief. I just literally reflect what I see in photography. People. Honestly, people in Milan, I used to love going around the Duomo and just walking around. People just reflect and represent themselves in, you can watch people and every person looks different and they're all very unique in their own ways. And that inspired me a lot. Honestly, even my personal style changed a lot. The style, the architecture in Milan as well. For me, fashion and then architecture, interior design. I feel like Milan is the mother of it all. So it was a very good experience, I'd say, very inspiring experience. My tutors, all my doctors were super inspiring as well. Each had his own business, each has his own studios, etc. So watching what they do and how they had all their different styles was super inspiring. It was a very nice 2 years, to be very honest. Yeah. I would say to move with genuine thoughts, kindness and love, not be super affected by their surroundings, because what's meant to be will be. Yeah, that's it. Just enjoy the process, enjoy the ride. It will be a long ride. It's never easy, to be very honest. And maybe that's not what people want to hear, but it's never easy. You struggle, but then when you look back at it, it's super, super nice to see where you come from. Honestly, by the people around me, I'm very, now I'm very content with the people around me. I try to surround myself with very creative people and just watching them do their magic and do their work. A lot of my friends, a lot of my colleagues as well around the creative industry inspire me, to be honest. And then cities. I love traveling, and different cities around the world I feel like inspire me a lot. Whether it's interior, whether it's architecture, whether it's artists from those cities. And yeah, I feel like that's my inspiration, honestly. Just looking at other people doing their thing and thinking how creative they are and how I would want to implement that into my style of certain things, I guess. My father, definitely. I feel like just my father. He's a very hardworking man and I'm very close to him. I consider him my best friend, and just seeing him work and how he was and how he is now is very inspiring for me. And he's definitely my hero, definitely. I don't see anyone else, with all due respect, but it's just my father. I feel like people should do whatever they want to do, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's a philosophy or not, but just if you want to be a certain thing, be it, no matter what people around you might tell you. And I know this sounds very cliche and everyone says it, but it's true. It's just do whatever you want to do it. Just do it, like Nike says. Family, I'd say. Family, my family's well-being and the people around me, loved ones. And yeah, as a kid growing up, I always wanted to be wealthy, where I can make everyone around me super satisfied and get whatever they need, especially my family. So that makes me really happy. Well, no politics. I pray for everyone to be peaceful and loving, just being a genuine person. Honestly, I feel like many people might relate to this, especially in Dubai. We're all very competitive. We all want to get somewhere, and that's a part of the reason we're here in Dubai. But I feel like sometimes it gets super competitive to the point where it gets super toxic, and then people are not genuine anymore. I would say just move with love and genuine energy, honestly, and then whatever is meant to be will be.